There is a manhunt in Palm Springs, California, ending earlier today. The arrest of a man suspected of killing two police officers. They were responding to a domestic dispute when the suspect allegedly pulled out a gun, opened fire. A third officer wounded. He's now in the hospital. Will Carr in L.A. picks our coverage up from there with the latest. How'd this happen, Will?
Hey there, Bill. Well, now that the gunman is behind bars, they're trying to figure out if he was targeting these officers. This all went down yesterday just after noon in Palm Springs. Officers were going to a house about 5 minutes north of the heart of downtown Palm Springs, responding to a domestic disturbance call. When they got to the house, the man inside, who authorities say is 26-year-old John Felix, a known gang member, wouldn't come out. Then at some point, he allegedly opened fire on the officers, killing two and injuring another. A neighbor told the local paper that before the shooting, Felix had a gun and was saying that he wanted to kill cops. Then after a 12-hour standoff, Felix was arrested and taken into custody.
I am awake in a nightmare right now. That's me, but you know what? As a chief of police for this police department, I got to step forward and stay focused, and I got some very qualified managers here that'll take a bunch of aspects of this investigation, and we will press forward.
Felix has a long criminal history, including a conviction for an attempted gang assassination. He ended up pleading down to that, Bill, and only spent 2 years in prison.
Wow. What do we know about the officers who were killed, Will?
Well, both were parents. Leslie Zarevny, she was 27 years old. She had been with the police department for a year and a half. She actually just came back from maternity leave. She leaves behind a husband and a 4-month-old baby girl. Then there's Officer Jose Vega. He went by Gil. He was a father of 8. 63 years old, a 35-year veteran of the Palm Springs Police Department. He was set to retire in December. There was an emotional procession late last night when their bodies were taken from the hospital there in Palm Springs to the coroner's office. And these were the second and third members of law enforcement here in Southern California killed just this week. This past Wednesday, a sergeant with the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department was gunned down. Bill.
Wow. Tough story again. Will Carr, thank you, out of California today. And Martha.